Good morning. It is Wednesday, July 26th, 2023. Let me go onto YouTube and make sure everything is running properly. I'm trying to keep this one short because it's Fed day today, 2 p.m. A lot of volatility. My strategy going into today is try not to and wait until the Fed decision. I think most of us know what the decision is going to be. He's going to be hawkish. He's not going to say that he's done. There's nothing that Powell is going to be different. Nothing in the economic data that tell me that Powell is going to be different as far as saying that he's done. And no, I just can't imagine. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So expectation. Okay, right off the bat, let's talk about RTX, the disaster du jour yesterday. That was ugly. I was a tad early selling my put spread in pre-market order pre-opening, and I thought for sure I thought for sure 92 is going to go. Of course, I sold a spread. I put in an order for 92.89. Of course, that blew right by, right? 81-ish. That was insane. So I did sell a bunch of put spread at 83.80. I even sold put spread for next week 80.75 put spread. Yes, that's how crazy it was in the first 30 minutes. Would I outright buy the share? I was tempted. If I didn't have the put spread in play, I would put my order in to buy some at 81. Raytheon below where it is. Okay, for sure. Yes, today it can drift down. Can this thing drift down to 83-ish between now and Friday? I think so. I have three spread, three total, 83.80. And depend on how I feel, I might close them out early, take the small win, instead of risking this thing drift down below 83 by Friday and then have to fight it. Okay, so sometimes a small win is enough, right? All right, so let's move on to the other disaster du jour, Spotify. Once again, and wrong. I went in and sold 138, even 135. Okay, after, so 43, 140, of course, that's the money loser. And I would likely use this strength to close out to 139, 136, because I have one of those. I have more below, which I'm more confident about, but 139, 3 times yesterday, okay, in after hour. 40 order. This morning, I'm gonna do nothing for now. I do have an order in to buy or hold at the 50 MA. But for now, that's my highest order is there. Now, would I sell put spread on this? I might, especially on the 2 days, because I can see if there is a market pullback as far as the Nasdaq overall. Can we see the 50 MA? Yeah, that's very likely. That's why 10 in Microsoft going into yesterday. All 20 spreads should be fine, but I'm not gonna Google today. Likely, let it run. Meta, we bought back what I sold up here. Okay, on this move up here, I sold. I trim a little bit. I bought them back down here, and if I see, I might even sell here. Okay, today I play it by ear, but to me, it's a risk holding it into earning as far as being greedy. You know, take the small win on the small share I bought at 295. Hey, even if it's a $10 every single, oh, how many times can it be, right? So I'm not sure why people haven't learned. So one out of the last three, they did okay. So of course, last quarter, they missed. Stock went down 20%. Today, look like another 20% haircut, right? So yeah, oof. I mean, it's gonna be around here, okay? To me, selling spread below 99 is fairly safe. As I said, fairly, because it can always go down to the ref low of 98.5-ish. I do have a spread. Yesterday on weakness, I start to sell put spread at 98.5. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about as low as you can go with the spread and get any kind of credits. That's worthwhile doing. But to me, right here, there is no compelling reason to put a lot of money into TLT right here. Not yet, until the Fed pause. I've been saying that for a long time, and unfortunately, over the last 9 months, because of how the econ data play out, the pausing took a lot longer than I thought it would compared to last year in October, when I thought, I think they're gonna pause by summer. Wrong, okay, wrong. It's okay to say you're wrong. If you trade enough, you know that happened all the time, right? SPY, very strong. Decent correction, but still above the 20 MA, so be cautious. Be very cautious, okay? Don't stick your neck out there. I wouldn't buy it here. I wouldn't buy into the QQQ, right? Texas Instrument. I will be closing that bear spread this at the open, okay? Take the win. It's my 5th win on doing bear spread on Texas Instruments. No complaint here. No complaint. Take the win. Would I do the same with SMH? No, I'm glad I didn't. I did a bear spread on SMH last week, which was the right thing. It didn't pop as much as Texas Instrument. Speaking of, I bought a few down here, right? The lowest I bought was 45, I believe. I bought 445, 446. I bought a couple share. Would I sell it 10, 12 bucks higher? I might, okay? Depend on what it's doing. If I see anything near 460, I'm selling, okay? I don't mind trading in and out of NVIDIA. It's a small enough position that I can do that and don't feel 1233, okay, on Abbott. And I will let it, I have a stop, okay? I use that stop. It's the low of day on Monday. Friday, I mean, that day right there. That's my stop. I was debating, but anyhow, I do have an order to buy it back at 110. Not everything. Okay, the stop order will have multiple buy orders below all the way down to buy put spread. I would do that for Abbott. Now, EW. Okay, this is earning is tonight. This is gonna be a doozy, right? It's been holding the line. We'll see. We'll see if it's gonna, like I said, when it's like hugging the 20 MA like this, it's very difficult to sell a, but that's about as good as I can go. Because if you look, 88, you can, if you want to make it 89, you can. Okay, to me, that's about as good as a stop can be. As a 20 is just too close to call, right? But what I hate is you can set a stop, and if you follow me long enough, the problem is when it's a big gap down, it doesn't matter, right? So yeah, I can set a stop at 89 to protect my gain, but we'll see. In fact, I will do that before the day. Right now it's way down here. Right now it's 87. Easier. I'm using the 50 as my stop on this one, okay? Because once again, the 20 MA too close. So is a 50, okay? So is a 50. But if you want to, you can use a 20 as your stop and then put the buy order. So that might be the better thing to do. okay, because you're talking about almost like almost $1. So I might do that. I might change my stop for the 20 and put in a buy order at the 50. So which I feel pretty good about. You know, way below. Way my put spread is way below. They not in any. It's a no. Would I add to it because I have so much exposure in Medtronic and Edward Science as well as Abbott? I don't need. It's gonna be Thermo Fisher. I have not traded this stock in forever. I think it been at least pound. It's gonna slice right through all the moving. Okay, yeah, it's going back a long, long while. 3 years, yeah. Look, bounce, bounce. It's a break. It's a big breakout here. Check back, check back, check back, check back, check back. So yeah, now where it and the gap fill is roughly this one here almost fill the gap, right? Because look at the gap fill is 495.95. On this day here, it wicked down to 498.5. So not quite, right? So if I was to play the put spread game at the open, for sure I wait for the open. Placing an order right at market open can be foolish and dangerous. I learned a lesson yesterday. It works sometimes it doesn't. And yesterday was a day that it didn't work. A prior time, it did work. But if I were to play the put spread game, I would use 495. 490 is the highest spread I would sell. Because if for sure, we know. Just look at the pre-market, okay? It's going to slice right all the way down to the 20 MA, and I think that might not hold either. But I think 495, 490 might be worth selling if you can get kind of credit, right? Yeah. Now, because of it was not a hard decision to sell 440, 435 spread. Not when I can get 25 cents on that kind of weakness because of Raytheon. That is not Raytheon weakness is company specific. Okay, that's the kind of bad news you want to take advantage of. So yeah, up here I say yes. If there is strength into 2 p.m. once again, anything near 460, I'm trimming. Especially when I bought a whole bunch down here, right? If you bought at the 50 MA, take the $20 win, right? Take it. You can buy it back $15 cheaper. Pfizer, I believe. Well, it's European based, but it's tonight. Okay, so it's popping. What I would say I might. Okay, I might. Especially when I bought down here. If you bought in this zone, as I did, once again, take the $2 win, right? Doesn't matter if it's 25 share, take the $2 win. In fact, I still have, I have sold 75% of my KRE as of right now. I have a couple of naked puts below, as I don't mind buying back those shares 2 or 3, and I'm holding on to the remaining share where up here, okay? If the other half somewhere up here, right? So I do believe the chance to buy KRE back at the 43-ish level is high. Okay, let me repeat that. The chance, why? First of all, I drew this line last week, right? Talk about it. It's key. So it was to see Bank of America broke through and held. And then early yesterday, it was, of course, it give. Okay, so I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised because that's a key. This is key. Super Bowl mode and ramp much higher. It needs to break clearly. So if you have Wells Fargo, congratulations. But I think it's wise to trim up here. Okay, very clearly it's wise to trim up there. Coke announced earning, I trim some. It is that simple. For those that follow me, you have seen this happen. I have pointed this out every single time as often as I could, just to show you that it buy back. But for now, I'm glad I got out at 63.5. Not a lot. I trimmed 10% of my remaining holding. Good earning. That was the preaching that I had for the past year, right? Sure. Has it? Pepsi. Looking good. I have nothing here. Okay. I saw put spread on the dump, on the weakness into a move right here. But if you bought the share, congratulations. But if you higher margin, that's possible, right? Because inflationary pressure is coming down and they're not cutting prices, okay? It is not going to lower the price of Doritos. Even it's better place to put your money, okay? The good time to buy was down here. It's time to go. Can you squeeze another 3% more? Yeah. No thanks. Mondelez, okay? We talk about this some. You might want to trim some. For sure, trim into the 76, 78 range, right? But yeah, we were patient. We had to wait for this thing for 3 months, okay? So now is not the time to buy into Mondelez, okay? McDonald's. Any reason to hold on to McDonald's here, right? Seriously, I have not traded McDonald's in a while because the risk reward is just not there. It's a better place to put. What a reversal. Crazy, crazy. What's going on with healthcare, health insurance? But it's time to go. I talked about this last week, right? It's time to go. Why are you hanging on to this? I don't know why. Okay, same thing with UNH. It's time to go. It's very clear. It's time. Yeah, I can't say next. You have never heard me say this before on my channel. I'm tempted to do a bear put spread on UNH here. Okay, so on strength, I might do that. There is, I just had to decide which one. Okay, within ELV, Cigna, UNH is a three that I would consider spread on one of them. Now the one I have a couple, and on pullback to the 20 MA, I will buy Humana share. You could be in for a nice gain. Can it pop? It could. Okay, so for sure, if you have if you're long and compared to the other health insurer, this is a layup. Okay, as far as adding over just about everything that is important. Oh, let's talk about some other farmer. Okay, but I thought about trimming the last 2 days, 3 days. Okay, because with earning coming out tonight, see, I wish I'm wrong, but I just don't see a catalyst for FV to move higher. 4 p.m. I'm out. That's my plan. I've been trimming Amgen. Okay, either. Okay, look. Okay, it's an area where it's have an equal amount of buy and sell. Would I buy? I have been trimming. Would I buy back those shares? Yeah. Where? 227. Okay. If there's a pullback, I don't even care. In fact, what I would do is raise my stop to the 100 average, which is 232. Yeah, I'm just gonna raise it to 232, okay, or 232.5, whatever the 50 MA is. Raise my stop there, and then buy it back at 227, $5 lower. Why not? Why not, right? Yeah, I only have 25 shares left, but why not? $5 on 25 shares, that's a lot of money. That's a nice dinner for three. Anyhow, for now, don't do crazy things because the Fed at 2 p.m. it can be if there is a strong market going into Powell speaking, I'm trimming. There is no if or buts about it. I'm going to be trimming across the board, okay? Because usually what happened before Powell speak tend to go the opposite way when Powell starts speaking, and perhaps even whipsaw after he's done speaking. Usually the end of his speech is worse than the beginning of his speech. So be careful. Okay, on Fed Day, there's a lot of whipsaw action, but on strength, I'm trimming. That's it for this stream. Thank you for watching. Be careful out there. For those that watch Hill Street Blues,